You walk into a room, any room, before you register the color of the walls, before you notice the artwork or the arrangement of the furniture. You feel something, a temperature almost, a sense of whether the space is inviting or cold, whether it wants you to stay or to pass through. Much of that feeling, that instant atmospheric judgment, comes from one thing: the presence of food. Not because it is trendy or because it matches a particular style, but because wood is the only building material we regularly use that is alive, or rather was alive. And that memory of life, encoded in every grain and knot and variation of color, never quite leaves it. It carries the forest in our homes, and in doing so, it carries us back to something fundamental we didn't even know we are missing. Think about the other materials that surround us. Metal comes from the earth, yes, but it is transformed so completely in this melting and forging that it bears no memory of its origin. It is smooth, uniform, reliable, and utterly indifferent to your touch. Glass is melted sand, beautiful but brittle, a barrier more often than a companion. Plastic is chemistry, entirely synthetic, designed to be forgotten. But wood remains itself throughout its journey. A walnut tree that spent 60 years reaching for sunlight in a forest, its roots drinking from the same soil, its rings recording droughts and abundant rains. That tree, when milled into boards and joined into a table, still carries those 60 years in its grain. You can trace them with your finger. You can see the dark lines where the growth was slower, the lighter bands where it fell fast. This was not decoration. This is autobiography. And when you bring that table into your dining room, you are not just acquiring a surface to eat upon, you are inviting a witness. This is the first and most profound truth about wooden furniture. It connects us to a time that is not our own. We live in such short, hurried bursts. A century is an unimaginable span to a person. But to a tree, a century is just a good long life. An oak that began growing when your great-grandparents were young, that witnessed the building of the roads outside your house, the arrival of electricity, the passing of generations. That oak, now a dining table or a bookshelf, still holds that patience within its fibers. It has a different relationship with time than we do. It slows us down. It asks us to remember our concerns, pressing as they feel are brief. The wood will outlast us. It will be here in some form long after we are gone. There is a profound comfort in that, a grounding perspective that seeps into a room silently without ever being spoken. Now think about the range of personalities that wood can embody. This is where the material becomes truly versatile, capable of expressing almost any mood or intention. There are woods that feel like sunlight, like pale ash or maple, with their fine, even grains and their ability to reflect light softly into room. A piece made from these woods feels open, honest, and unpretentious. It doesn't demand attention, it offers space. It is the wood for a child's first bookshelf, for a kitchen island where the family gathers for breakfast, for the simple bench in a mudroom where you sit to tie your shoes. It has a democratic warmth and every person quality that makes a room feel accessible and kind. Then there are woods that gather light and hold it close. Cherry, for instance, begins as a pale, pinkish timber and over years deepens into a rich, russet mahogany. It is a wood that requires patience, that rewards you for living with it. And then there are woods that tell stories of resilience and reuse. Reclaimed barnwood, for example, carries the memory of feather and work. It may still bear the square ghost of old nails, the faded blush of milk paint, the rough texture of a century of wind and sun. In a world that often feels ruthless and rushed, wooden objects offer a kind of rootedness. They bring the forest indoors, not as a theme or a decoration, but as a living presence. Whatever your relationship with wood, I would love to hear about it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. So until next time, happy decorating.